Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I can feel that I'm getting closer to spring and new makeup launches for spring. Speaking of new makeup launches, I have picked up the latest blush at Chanel for the spring collection, the Joue Contraste. The Joue Contraste blush at Chanel, it's not a new product. Some shades are limited edition, some shades are exclusive depending where you are in the world. And part of the spring summer makeup collection at Chanel, you have two new shades available. You have Quintessence and Foschia Rosa. So the Foschia Rosa is a bit more, it's closer to a coral shade. It's a really vibrant color. Look at this. And what I like about this formula, it's a very silky and airy blush. It's very soft on the skin. You can go very light and just have a little bit of a flush of color, or you can actually build it to have something a little bit more punchy. And the other blush is the Quintessence shade that is a little bit more of a neutral pink. Beautiful shade, just perfect for an everyday makeup look that really just goes on with just anything really. I still remember when Chanel launched the blushes, the tweed ones. Oh my god, I had all the shades. I finished all of them. That is a long time ago. Those blushes were exquisite. You had that vibrant radiance and luminosity into it. You had so many different shades. You had pink, coral, something a little bit more red. I miss these. Can Chanel please bring those blushes back? They were beautiful. So I'm going to swatch these two shades, and I will also compare because I do have two other shades of Joue Contraste with me, the new formula. I have some very old ones, but the shades are not even available anymore because they're just too old. And this formula is a little bit better. So I'm going to swatch them. I'm going to start with Foschia Rosa. That is just a beautiful shade. Look at this. It's got a hint of coral, as I mentioned, into it. It is just a stunning blush. It is very luminous. It's very silky on the skin. And it's got a very soft floral perfume into it. Like pretty much all the makeup at Chanel, you always have a very subtle and very feminine perfume into the makeup product, which I personally really like, but I know some of you might not be so keen on it. Now the Quintessence shade. It is, I think this is the perfect everyday blush, to be honest. Just very easy to wear, and see the luminosity when I turn my hand. Just a neutral pink, beautiful. So now I'll show you the two other shades that I have, just in case if you guys are looking for a new blush. I have Malice. It's even lighter and a warmer shade, and it's got a really nice little sparkle into it. This shade here. And definitely warmer on the skin. So if you're looking for a warmer blush, this is the one here. And it doesn't show so much on my skin, but if you come here in the pan, you see the little sparkle in the pan. This is just so beautiful. It's got a very soft golden shimmer into it. And for my cool tone girlies, this is for you. It's called Rose Glacier. Look how beautiful this is. It's that pink with a hint of a little bit of a mauve into it. It's very cool, and you'll see how beautiful this is on the skin. Look at how nice this is. It's so luminous. It's got that radiance into it. So there is a gold shimmer, but it feels really cool on the skin. So it's more of a yellow gold that just gives you that beautiful radiance. but never as warm as the Rosa Foschia or even this one that was Malice. So these are the blushes, just beautiful colors. Now I'm going to try the blushes on me. I'm going to try first of all the new collection. To be honest, I haven't even tried them ever since I bought them, and I got them the first week of January and kind of forgot that I had them. So not to say that I do have a lot of makeup, but I do have a lot of makeup. But I think blushes is a thing where you kind of reach a lot for the same, not as eyeshadow palettes. You kind of vary, you know, different look, different eye style. But blushes, I feel like, what in my case, I tend to reach a lot for the same blushes. So I really need to make an effort, and I think I need to reorganize my makeup studio, my she shed that I call. So I've split my she shed with baby girl. So one side is her play area and the other side is the makeup studio. But there's so much makeup in here that I truly forget what I have and I just don't use it. So I'm gonna use this brush. This is from Patrickta. It's the Face number 3, and I love this brush so much. It's got the perfect angle on this side to really just apply the blush perfectly on your cheek. And this is more of a fluffy side if you want to go a bit of a more diffuse look. So this, I'm going to use this side first, and I'm going to go with the blush Quintessence 440. And look at how beautiful it applies, just so softly. And it gives the perfect flush of color. I love the smell. The soft perfume in it is just so pleasant. Like, look how luminous this is. This is literally the description of, it's textbook a luminous blush. It's just a flush of color, but the luminosity is unbelievable. And if you want to have more of a lifted look, you kind of bring your blush a little bit here, but always as an upward motion. Gorgeous. It's not too much. It's just a pinch of color that gives you that healthy flush look. You just look healthy. You look like you're eating your 5 portion of vegetables a day. Now I'm gonna go on to the other side and I'm gonna apply the other blush. So this is the Foschia Rosa, that is much more coral, so definitely warmer as a shade. So I've cleaned my brush. Look how beautiful this is. Look at how warm, and it's got a hint of coral, of orange into it. But it looks really good. It looks healthy. Look at how beautiful this coral blush is. It is a little bit more, there's a little bit more pigment onto this blush versus this blush, the Quintessence. 2 different looks. They equally, both of them are super luminous, super silky, super radiant, and you saw how easy it was just to apply. You literally just brush gently over your cheek and it really just applies so smoothly and nicely, because the texture is very airy, it's very powdery, it's a dry blush. So obviously I powdered my face before, but it just applied, there's no patch. It just goes on like, just like a veil of color, basically. It's just that perfect blush, and I love how luminous and radiant they are. It is gorgeous. And now I'm going to apply the 2 other shades for you to see. I've tried to remove as much as I can the blush. This one removed very easily because it's a much lighter shade. So I'm gonna go and use I'm gonna try the Rose Glacier. I'm really excited about this one actually. So I'm gonna apply Rose Glacier on this side. Ooh. I think this has just become my favorite shade. I mean, look at how beautiful this is. The radiance, the glow, the pink shade, it is literally the perfect blush. Oh my god, guys. Why is no one talking about those blushes? They are literally perfection. I think we all get stuck into that spiral of I must have the newest product all the time. And it's a bit like makeup has become fast food, like it's fast food makeup. And there are some absolutely beautiful options there, but because they're not new product, I feel like they kind of go under the radar a little bit. And it's a shame because I think these blush are absolutely beautiful, but yet I don't think I've seen any reviews on them, and they should be reviewed because they are stunning. They retail for £44 here, so I guess close to $50 in the US. And like the range of shade is quite good. These blush will work on any skin type. If you have a dry skin, normal skin, oily skin, it's just gonna work on you. It doesn't matter. The colors are just stunning. They're long lasting. All right, and the last shade that I have is the one that is called Malice, that has a little bit of a gold shimmer into it. So clean brush again. And I'm gonna come on this side. And look at how easy it is to apply. That's it. A little bit more pigmented, definitely warmer. You can tell straight away. Cool blush, warm blush. Because I have a neutral skin tone, everything kind of blends in. I'm quite lucky in that sense. I kind of get away with cool or warm. It will only depend on the makeup look of the day. I do think that I prefer this blush, however, in between these two. This is gorgeous. I think it's more of a summer blush. But look how beautiful and soft and feminine and silky and radiant they are. Right now I need to kind of equalize, balance out both sides. I think I did a decent job at balancing out the blushes. I think this side has definitely more blushes on the skin than on this side, but it doesn't matter. Speaking of products that are a little bit underrated, not necessarily new, but just works. Okay, this is really old, but if you like to have just a little bit of a glowing, radiant skin without anything too crazy, but you want to have a hint of color, this is the Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder, and it's shade 5.5. I mean, I've hit the pan, so but this is the most beautiful. It's not a blush, it's just a finishing powder. But look at how, so it's a warm shade, definitely, but it is so beautiful. It's got the most beautiful radiance to it, and it just goes on so nicely once it's onto your skin. Well, I'm quite tan, so it's a little bit hard to see, but it just gives that beautiful radiance onto your skin. And I love to use it just as a finishing powder. It's not a bronzer, it's not a contour, it's just a finishing powder that has a shade into it. You can literally apply it all over your face. It doesn't matter. You can apply it right after your setting powder, and then you go over with your blush and then your bronzer, but it's blurring, it's luminous, it's just such a beautiful powder. So that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I think as blush goes, these are extremely good. I love all the blushes. I love to try new makeup product, but I think There's a reason why some blushes keep coming back, and these are some of my staple and holy grail in my makeup kit. They do have a special place in my heart. I think it's because I've always purchased Chanel products since I'm like, okay, maybe this tall. I just love them. As usual, I will link down below in the description all the makeup that I am wearing for today's look. It is the Tom Ford limited edition Rose Exposed eyeshadow palette, and obviously there's a lot of other makeup product being used to complete this look today, so I will make sure to list every single one of them down below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and a big thanks for watching. See you guys.